Hello, welcome back to another video diary entry by Connor from Hickok. I'm really excited about this one because I have many things to talk about, especially because of my Florida vacation. Now, I just want to mention this. I did record the last video diary, last week before I went to Florida, but it didn't upload for some reason, and I never had any more time to try and record it again, so I don't know what to tell you. YouTube was acting buggy. So I'll just start from the last day, June 9th, which was actually when I hung out at Eric's place. So being at Eric's the whole day freaking ruled. Before Luke got there, me, Cody, and Eric played some Wii Sports, some Nintendo Land, and sorry. There's bugs. Listen, it's alright to be afraid of bugs, okay? It's fine. Get away from me, bro. Dang. Oh, that's a spider over there. I hope that guy doesn't get close to me. Okay, he went into the bushes. Or the grass, thank God. But yeah. So we played some random Wii games before Wii U games before Luke got there. Then when Luke got there, we went to this game shop called Phoenix Games. It's nearby Eric's house, and it also has a little arcade in there. So we played in the arcade for an hour, and then while we were there, we also bought Wii Play. Best $14 on a Wii game we've ever spent, by the way. Super fun game. And then after we went to the arcade, we went to Burger King, got some food for all four of us. I paid, of course, because I was the one with $200 to spend. And then we went to this park to eat. Then we went back to Eric's house. We played around a Mario Party, which was like hour and a half. And then we played the Wii Play. After we played Uno and Azul before me and Cody's dad picked us up. And yeah, it was super fun. 10 out of 10. I definitely want to try and hang on again during the summer for sure. This is going to be a bit of a long video diary entry because I have so many things I want to talk about. So we're all going to sit back and relax. So on June 10th, I wrote here, I'm starting to think 3 laps of my walk is too much. Now, the reason why is because, don't get me wrong, it's great exercise, but it takes up a huge time slot in my day. Huge. It's like 2.5 hours. And I could be doing something way more productive with that time, or I could be doing a much more productive exercise with that time. Now, despite what I wrote back then, I'm still going to do 3 laps today because my parents are taking the day off work, so I can't really be on my computer before 10. And because well, okay, here's the thing. The reason, okay, so like while on the vacation, I was considering doing 3 laps before breakfast, but it's like my mom makes breakfast typically at like 7 o'clock on a regular day during summer at least, and but she's making breakfast at 9 today, so this gives me a chance to do 3 laps of my walk. I'll make sure to run some of it to make it faster, but yeah, I'll try and do 3 laps today. I'll try, yeah. At least one. I'll take at least one. Yeah. So yeah, that's June 10th. June 11th. Me and Travis on the 11th. Me and Travis began to schedule a hangout on that Friday of that week. I also finished John in the Bible. I also finished John on June 11th. I was pretty happy about it. And that was all for June 11th. June 12th, Nothing happened on June 12th. Me and Travis were planning on hanging out the next day at Todos Santos. And on June 12th, Ryan Trahan, I wrote here that Ryan Trahan is uploading a new series that I'm really enjoying. Yeah, I'm actually he's making this series where he's going to all 50 states in 50 days, and he's staying overnight in an Airbnb in each day with his wife. It's a super fun series. I'm really liking it. Unfortunately, I have a few episodes to catch up on since I was on vacation at Florida. But, you know, that's fine. June 13th. Oh, I just want to mention this. Obviously, I share a lot of things on these video diary entries. But there are things in here that I don't share here. Like, when it comes to me putting out my thoughts, this comes first, and then that, okay? So there are definitely some things that I keep to myself, because I don't want to discuss it on these videos, okay? Maybe at some point in the future I could bring stuff in, maybe. But yeah, super fun day. June 13th is when me and Travis hung out at Todos Santos. It was super fun. We hung out at a Starbucks right next to the Todos Santos Park, inside of the Starbucks, and we studied the Bible a little and just, you know, had a chat for 2 hours. It was super good. It was like a 40-minute walk from my house, but I didn't mind. I told Travis, and he was like, "Wow, you sure that's fine?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's fine." So yeah, it was all good. June 14th, work was good. Oh, okay, June 13th, I forgot to mention, work went well that day. Yeah. And then on June 14th, work was also good that day. And the rest of the day, other than that, was just relaxing and chilling. Okay, June 15th. Lazarus is getting crazy good, dude. It's like, oh, that reminds me, there is an episode released yesterday, but I couldn't watch it because I was on a plane the whole day. I was on planes the whole day, so yeah. Yeah, episode 11 was super crazy, and Father's Day was nice. My family gave my dad a couple gifts that he really liked, and then we went to Yard House for dinner, which was fun. I really love Yard House. Their food's great. June 16th June 16th. I wrote here that my family's going to start packing tomorrow. But that's it, really. I just spent the day doing regular things. June 17th. We spent the day packing. But I also had some time to relax and play video games, which was nice. I really didn't pack much. All I packed was like some like a few pairs of clothes, my pillow, charger. Like that's it. That's it, really. June 18th. Okay. So starting on June 18th is when I didn't actually write in this diary. What I decided to do is I decided to use the notes app on my phone to just like to do the same thing, like write in the same format that I would in here. So starting from this point, yeah, I just want to mention that. So June 18th was the first day of the Florida trip. We spent the whole day riding on planes. Sorry, there are just bugs, and I'm trying to not let them get on me because I don't like bugs. But yeah, so we spent the whole day on planes, and the first plane ride was awesome because while me and Cody have been on plane rides before, according to our parents, because we went to Hawaii and stuff when we were younger, like super young, like not old enough to remember stuff yet. But so technically, this was me and my brother's first plane ride, and it was really cool. It felt weird, but you know, it was really fun. But then because we had 3 plane rides that day, we had 2 layovers, which sucked. Like the second and third plane rides were just boring and tiresome. Like wow, like flying is cool at first, but like it sucks and stressful, especially if you're trying to get to your freaking planes on time. Like damn. When we got to the Airbnb in Florida time, it was like midnight, but in Florida time it was like 9. So in California time it was 9. But yeah, it was midnight in Florida when we got there, and it took us a minute to get into the Airbnb. But you know, it seemed like a nice Airbnb, but I explored more of it the next day, which leads me to June 19th. So June 19th was like basically the first day that I got to do stuff on the vacation. So Cody, so the whole point behind the vacation was my brother has a friend in Florida. That's the whole point behind the vacation, which I didn't necessarily agree with, but whatever. So yeah, Cody spent the whole day with his friend, which I like, good for him. He got to hang out with his friend who is across the entire country. Good for him. But he really missed out on this arcade that I went to called Leaderboard. And it is, in my opinion, it is probably my favorite arcade I've ever been to. It's that good. So when you go inside, you can pay for all day play. So it's like you pay one time. You don't pay for like a certain number of like credits to play with. You just pay one time, endless play the whole day, not just for your visit, the whole day. So you could go there like early when they open, which is around like, there were like 2 locations that we like tried to go to. One of them opened at night, which is dumb in my opinion. And then there was one that we went to. The one that we went to opened at 11 p.m. to sometime. I forgot what. I think it was like 11 a.m. 11 a.m. Sorry, not p.m. 11 a.m. And it closed around like 7, 8, 9 p.m. I think. I don't know. But so like you could go there when they open, play for an hour or so, leave, come back later and still be able to play because you have your card and your wristband on if you didn't rip it off. Like that's so cool to me. That's sick. Why doesn't Dave & Buster's do that, bro? And then they also had TVs in there in the main area, which, dude, they were playing animes like Yu-Gi-Oh! And what they were playing anime in there, and I'm like, what? This is sick. It was so cool. And then so the main area, that was the main area. There were 2 separate areas. I only explored one of them that day. And the area I explored, rows of pinball machines. Most pinball machines I've ever seen in one arcade. There was like 40, 30 plus pinball machines. It was crazy. And it also had some other retro games too. It had like Mega Man, it had Star Fox, it had Sonic, like OG Sonic. It was so freaking cool. It's like, this arcade is so cool. I really wish Cody would have had a chance to experience it. And so, something funny, I actually stopped writing diary entries on the notes app after this day because I was just like, I was so tired when we got home each day, because we got home really late each day in Florida time. So I was super tired. But yeah. So after this, I'm mostly going off memory, and I'm gonna write down the rest of these when I get back. But so what's the next day on this? The 20th? Okay, 20th was Friday. 20th was Friday. Yeah. 20th was Friday. So Friday was so cool as well, because so the start of the day wasn't anything crazy. I had my regular breakfast because on Thursday Mom and Dad got groceries, which means I got to have my normal breakfast, which is cool. Oh, I forgot. So on Thursday, we went out for breakfast because we didn't have anything yet, and I had chicken and waffles for the first time at this random breakfast diner. It was pretty good. According to Eric, there's a really good chicken and waffles place in Concord. So he says it's unfortunate that my first chicken and waffles time wasn't at that place. But you know, it was still really good chicken and waffles. For my first time having that dish, it was pretty good, honestly. I would eat it again. So yeah, okay. Friday. So first half of the day wasn't anything crazy, but around lunchtime was super cool. Cause before lunch, we went to St. Augustine, which we were staying in Jacksonville during our stay in Florida. But we went to no. St. Augustine was yeah, St. Augustine was Friday. Yeah. Sorry, I keep saying I don't like it when I say I don't like it. It's literally just a filler word that that should not be said for any reason. I'm sorry, okay? I apologize. But I'm just so excited over what's going on in my head right now. It's just, I can't formulate my words properly. I can't formulate my words properly, man. I can't formulate my words properly. Sorry. My fault. But, I just said it again. Sorry. Okay. We went to an alligator farm, which it's like a zoo, but super cool. Well, I call it a zoo. It's not a zoo, but I call it a zoo. So what you do is you go into the front and you pay, and then you go through this little gate thing, and it's just like a zoo. There's a bunch of different enclosures or little like areas with different animals in them. And there were the main reason why we went there was for the crocodiles and alligators. But they had so many different birds, and they had lemurs. And dude, the lemurs was so cool. None of them looked like King Julian, though. No, did. But it's fine. Yeah, it was like obviously the main portion of the animals there were crocodiles and alligators. But you know, the lemurs and birds were still super cool. And there was this little like pond area where there were ducks and geese in there, and you got to feed them. There was this little thing where you put like a quarter in, and then you turn it, and then you get some food for them, and it was so cool. And then my favorite part, well, actually, wasn't my favorite? I don't know. Actually, it's hard. It's hard to decide. But one of my favorite parts was this walkway. So there were some aquariums where, you know, it's like a tunnel where above you it's like a tank. We have all different kinds of like fish and stuff in there. It was similar to that, where it was like a walk. It was like a walking path, but underneath you was a pond lake thing with a bunch of different alligators in there. We saw some fighting, bro. We saw some alligators fighting. There was one with a bird in its mouth, which I eventually saw it gulp down. You gotta feed them too. There was another one of those like 25. Well, there was another one of those quarter things where you turn one in, where you put a quarter in, turn, and then you get some alligator food. And something that me and my brother did was we threw some food at their heads to see what would happen, and one of them actually did react. It was like, it startled us. It startled us. I was like, ooh, yeah. It was a super fun place. It was so hot though, dude. I am so grateful for the bugs here in California and the weather here in California. The bugs in Florida were massive, dude. One day while we were heading out to the car, I think it was Friday, where there was a giant ass cricket on the steps of our porch. It scared me so bad. And the weather was also, I was dying, bro. Like, it was 90 degrees and it was humid too. Like, it's not just the heat, it was humid too. It was awful. I hated it. It was horrible. It was so hot while we were at that alligator farm, I was dying. They also had zip lines, but we didn't do those. After the alligator farm though, things started getting crazy as well. So for lunch, well, me and Cody didn't eat lunch. I don't think so. I don't think we had lunch. Is that a spider? You better not try and crawl on my phone, buddy. That spider better not try and crawl on my phone. I hate spiders. I hate spiders so much. And then people in Australia people in Australia, dude, they'd have a spider like the size of their hand land on their hand. I was like, oh, look at that. That's a pretty small one. That's a pretty small one, man. I'd never go to Australia, bro. I ain't never go to Australia. Never. No, I am not doing that. But we went to this like retro. We went to a different arcade, which was mostly retro games. And my mom and dad had like my mom and dad ate. They said the food was terrible though, which just based on the look, it looked terrible. It looked terrible. So yeah. But yeah, me and Cody played some retro games. Dude, I got to play the original Donkey Kong. When's the last time you got to play the original Donkey Kong? That wasn't on the emulator. When's the last time you got to do that? Huh? And we got to play the original frickin' Pong. That released on the Atari. How sick is that? How sick is that? I even recorded a video of us playing the original Pong. I recorded a few videos. I'll probably upload those publicly. Just for fun, you know. After the arcade though, oh, favorite part of the day coming up. We went to a capybara cafe. Now, what do I mean by that? My dad went to get his haircut like the day before the day we were packing up, or the day before that. And the person who cuts his hair, he was telling her about our vacation, and she's like, "Oh my God, you need to go to this place called the Capybara Cafe." So we went there. It's apparently a popular place because you go into their website and you have to schedule. You have to schedule when you go there to hang out with the capybaras. It's like 30 minutes per event. Like each event is 30 minutes. So you get 30 minutes with capybaras. And oh my gosh, dude, it was so cool. My parents took so many pictures, and my brother recorded like an 8-minute video on my phone. 7 to 8 minutes. So what happens is you get in there, and you mark, and you at the front desk, you check in, and you check in for your appointment. Appointment, yeah, we'll call it an appointment. We'll call it an appointment. Like that might as well be therapy. Hanging out with those capybaras might as well be therapy, dude. It was so sick. What time is it? Hold on, I want to check what time it is because I've been yapping for 23 minutes. Oh yeah, it's 5:29. Yeah, I've been yapping, dude. Freaking a minute. I also brought out my pencils, but I'm probably just gonna write the rest of these diary entries when I get back. Hold on, I gotta put these back in my pocket. So yeah, we checked in, and there were actually some pets. There were actually some animals that you could pet. There was bunnies and guinea pigs, and oh my God, they were so adorable, bro. And obviously they had you put on like hand sanitizer and stuff. Dude, there were lizards, and it was so cool. They had merch, dude. Dude, they had t-shirts and they had keychains. They had, oh my gosh, they had a plush. There was no way we were leaving without getting a capybara plush, so we bought one. And there was this one, and like there was this one little like enclosure thing, small one, where there was like a blanket in it, and there was a sticky note in it that said, "Don't bother Pickles, she's shy." And it's like, oh my gosh, Pickles for a name for a bunny or a guinea pig is so cool. And there was this one bunny that was just like laying on the ground in its little like enclosure thing, and it was so fluffy. It was so fluffy. Like, it was a fluffy bunny. That was a fluffy bunny. It was the most fun thing ever. And while we were waiting, me and my brother played tic-tac-toe. And we made an account on chess.com because we wanted to see if there were any features on it. And there were like puzzles, but it's like limited, which is dumb. And then we fought White Belt Dave. Oh, and let me tell you, we struggled against White Belt Dave, but we beat him. So, hey, I'll take that. Damn. Alright. Whatever. Yeah, so when you actually get in there, it's like we're with like 6 other people, which is whatever, I don't care. But they were giving you kale to feed them, and oh my gosh, dude. The funniest, hold on, I'm lightheaded because I'm talking so much. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, I'm lightheaded because I'm just talking so fast and I'm talking so much. Whew. Whew. Okay, so you get in there and you sit down, and the lady who was with us was talking for like 20 minutes, and in the last 10 minutes she wasn't talking much. Sorry, I'm really lightheaded. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Ooh, I feel weird. Okay. I might not go on my walks if I'm lightheaded like this. Oh, this doesn't feel great. Actually, I might reconsider going to my walks. Cause you know, it's first day back. I've been on planes the whole day. I want to like get used to my routine. I want to get used to being back home again. So I'll probably start going on a run/walk tomorrow morning. I'm actually surprised I woke up early enough to do this. I thought I would wake up later because of jet lag and stuff, but no. I woke up really early. That's good. Oh shoot. Spit. Actually, I spit. Oh my god, I actually spit on this. Ah! Ah! Yee! Okay. Yeah. But you go in there, dude, they were so cool. They were so adorable. It was so fucking cool. Also, I might cuss. I might cuss right now. Like I just did. I might cuss. Because it's just so exhilarating to talk about this stuff. So you get in there, and with like during the whole thing, the employee gives you kale to feed them with, and like you could feel them nipping and licking at your hand. It was so cool, and their fur was surprisingly coarse. It was so weird. There's a guy walking his dog. It was so interesting. Their fur was surprisingly coarse. I thought it would be softer. I would be for real, because like their fur looks pretty soft. And the funniest part about the whole thing was apparently they love corn, and whenever the employee, oh wow, the street light turned off. That shows that the sun is pretty high up there. But whenever the employee brought out corn, they leaped for that. Like they were resting on the couch at during one point, and then she brought out food for them to wake them up. They leaped off that couch and they chowed down on that. It was corn. It was the funniest thing ever. And yeah, it was 30 minutes, but 30 minutes is all you need for that. Honestly, it was so cool. And then after that, we went to this nearby area to eat food. Let me tell you about the place we ate at for dinner. It was called the Prohibition Kitchen. Oh. Now, I can't remember. I don't remember if I've mentioned this before, but I am a huge Lackadaisy fan. Now, my interests have been in other things. But trust me, when season 1 of Lackadaisy releases, I am immediately binging and rewatching that so many times. Like, I think overall I've rewatched the pilot like 24 times over the course of its release. That's how much I love it. Like, I haven't been a fan since the beginning of Lackadaisy because it started the year I was born. But I discovered it when the pilot released, and discovering Lackadaisy has opened a whole world for me. It's made me discover the entirety of the indie animation scene. And I love indie animation. It's so cool. You have stuff like Murder Drones and Lackadaisy and Monkey Wrench and The Amazing Digital Circus. And just so many other things that it's incredible what people create without the help of huge corporations like Warner Brothers and Disney and stuff like that. It's incredible. But Lackadaisy is always going to hold a special place in my heart, because it was the, while it wasn't the first, because Murder Drones, while it wasn't I'm trying to say multiple things at the same time. Murder Drones was the first indie animation thing I discovered. Lackadaisy wasn't. But while Lackadaisy wasn't, I just resonated with it so much. I love it so much. The characters are phenomenal, and I think the idea behind it is awesome. Prohibition but everyone's cats? Sign me up, dude. Sign me up. My favorite characters are Rocky and Freckle. Cause I don't know if people would, people don't agree with this, but in my opinion, my personality is very similar to Rocky and Freckle. Very chaotic, but very energetic and upbeat. I don't know. I love Lackadaisy. I could rant on. I've read the entirety of the comics. I have the hard copies of Volume 1 and 2. I have a Rocky plushie. I have a print signed by Michael Kovac, the voice actor for Rocky. Dude, I remember. It's cold out here. Dude, I'm so happy that I'm back home with this weather. I'm so happy. But yeah, I remember, this was like 2-3 years ago. I remember in freshman year when I discovered Lackadaisy, and I remember during freshman year, I joined the Lackadaisy Discord server early on when I discovered it, and they did announce that they were doing signings of prints. I'm like, oh, that sounds really cool, and I did order a print. I watched signing streams every time they had one. I even watched streams on Michael Kovac's channel, on his personal channel, hoping I would see him sign mine. I remember this vividly. He called out Connor. I started yelling and screaming. It was a different Connor. It was insane. I was like, what? I was freaking out. I was like, no. And then a few minutes later, he said to Connor Morphin Hickok. And I jumped out of my seat. I screamed. I was yelling. I was so happy. And then it arrived a few weeks later, and it's been sitting on my desk to this day. I love that print. I remember you were able to get a personal. You're able to give him like specific instructions of what you want him to write on your print. And I wanted him to write Old Man River ... on there, because it's the start of Rocky's poem, which that's probably one of my favorite parts of. Sorry, it's. This has been going on for 33 minutes, dude. Holy crap, this could take forever to upload when I get home. But yeah. Yeah, I love Lackadaisy. I could rant on about it forever and ever, but I want to continue about my Florida vacation. I'll talk about Lackadaisy next week, maybe. But the Prohibition Kitchen, it's just like you think it was. It's like you. It's probably how you would be imagining it. It's designed, and it's supposed to look like a speakeasy. It's supposed to look like a speakeasy club, which is so cool. And there was even like this band playing there and everything. It was so cool. But here's the thing. I was really tired by the time we ate, and I was really grouchy, so I didn't look like I was having a good time. It was also really loud in there, which didn't help my grouchiness, but I had a great time. And their menu was a newspaper, which Cody thought was super cool, and I thought was super cool. So we took it home. Cause we assumed that they recycle them. So we have it in our house right now. The menu. Which I'm gonna show to Eric. Like, I took so many pictures during this trip that I genuinely don't want to send them to my friends, because it's just so much pictures and it would take so long to send them. So next time I see my friends, I'll share them with him. In fact, Eric's coming over this Wednesday because his birthday was on Sunday, and Travis's birthday was on Saturday. Unfortunately, I couldn't be at their birthday parties, but Eric's gonna come over to my house on Wednesday, which, hey, you know. And I'm not gonna say what his birthday gifts are, cause I don't know if he looks at these video diaries or not. But let's just say he might be pissed off when I give him his gifts. In a good way. Alright, but the Prohibition Kitchen was super fire. Super fire. At like 10 out of 10, I would go again. Dude, it's literally any Lackadaisy fan's dream. Honestly. What day was that? So that was Friday, that was 20th? Because this was Thursday. God, I was talking about Friday for like 10 minutes. Holy shit. So Saturday, Cody hung out with his friend again, which I get it. You're not gonna hang out with your friend for a long time after this, but dude, he didn't get to experience Leaderboard Arcade, which is insane. So, as I mentioned, I only explored one. So yeah, so Saturday I just spent the day chilling, and then I went to Leaderboard Arcade again. I said I only explored one. There were 2 areas. There were 3 areas. Main, that area I explored, and the area I didn't explore. So the area I explored, obviously, retro games and pinball machines. But funnily enough, I actually had more fun in the other area that I didn't explore the last time. I went into the area I didn't explore, filled to the brim with rhythm games. Now, I'm not a huge guy on rhythm games. I loved rhythm games back when Friday Night Funkin' was at its peak. Unfortunately, it fell off, which is unfortunate. I think Friday Night Funkin' is a really good game, especially with the modding scene. Really good. But yeah, I haven't been too huge on rhythm games ever since. But I was having a goddamn blast playing rhythm games. It was so fun. They had DDR. They just had, most of them were in Japanese, but they had so many rhythm games. Dude, they had a rhythm game where the control scheme was this circle thing, where you had to tap it and you had to slide your fingers across it, and I thought that was so cool. And then they had this one where they had like 5 little pads you had to press, but you had to spin them too. You had to spin them on certain notes. And there was a pedal you had to press at sometimes. It was so cool. It was so fucking cool. They had Tekken Tag Tournament 2 in there. It was so cool. It was so cool. Dude, apparently there's a Persona 4 fighting game, and they had that there. They had Tekken 8. They had Tekken 8 on an arcade machine in there. It was so cool, dude. Oh my god. It was so cool. That was the most fun I've had at an arcade in so long. I wish Cody got to experience that. I wish. I also recorded like a video of me playing on my favorite pinball machine at that place, which is like this Venom pinball machine. It's a really short, the video quality, the video angles are really bad though, so I'm only gonna upload it unlisted. Cause why would you guys want to watch like a poorly recorded video? Cause what I did is I put my phone on my shirt here and had it up against my chin. So the angle is really bad. But I managed to like showcase both the screen that plays animations and the pinball machine itself. And then Sunday we packed up and we came back here. So yeah, that's really all I have to share. Well, I say that's really all I have to share. I've been talking for 40 minutes. Like, I said this would be a long one. But yeah, it's what time is it? Oh my god, yeah, it's nearly 6 o'clock. I'm gonna head back. I don't think I'm gonna go on my walks. I'm gonna get used to being at home again. Dude, our dog was so happy when we got back yesterday, because, dude, I'm sorry, we're not bringing our dogs to the airport. That's just gonna cause an inconvenience and it's a disturbance for other people. So yeah. Yeah, I had a really fun time on this vacation, but it's just, I'm so happy to be back home. I'm so happy to be back home, man. It feels great. It also feels great that Eric's gonna be here on, sorry, I said again. I said, sorry. But yeah, Eric's gonna be here on Wednesday. I'm really happy about that. Yeah, summer's been really good so far, dude. And I feel like it's gonna keep staying that way. So yeah, I'm gonna be done for now. This is gonna take a while to upload. So I'm gonna do that when I get home. I'm just gonna relax this morning, you know? I'm gonna play my New York Times games. I'm gonna do my 100 push-ups, my 20 crunches. Later I'll play some video games. I'll just chill for the day. Later after lunch, I'll go on a walk. But that's later. So yeah, that's all for now. And I will see you all next Monday, hopefully.